Okay, in this first fiber video, I want to demonstrate the difference between running things sequentially, like in this example, and then what I'll do in the second part is we'll fork off this first one and see how that works differently. So this is your normal sequential for expression. Everything that we've done to date, I think, has probably looked like this. So now I can come over here and run that. And as you expected, we see hello and then world. And I forgot to put the watch option on that, so let's add that in there. Okay, now we have that. And now what I want to do is replace this for expression, or actually just look at this other one, look at my comment here, and all I do in this one is I fork that first one to create a new fiber. So all you have to do on an effect is just call fork like that, and I'll press save there. And you see hello world this time, and let's start making some changes. There we go. Took a few tries, but finally saw what I was looking for. And we could probably make that a little bit worse by doing that. Whoops, that runs into that JVM problem I talked about earlier, where what that was doing, actually let me put that back in there. So what that was doing is forking this onto a new fiber, is forking this onto a new fiber. And then essentially what happens is the for expression finishes running, and the JVM says, oh, okay, we must be done. So these guys are running over on other fibers, or at least trying to run on other fibers. And the JVM says, you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and quit. So that's why there's no output in the second example. So I'll show more examples as we go along. So I'll just put that back that way and give it one more change. See if we get, yeah, there we go. So this kind of helps get us into the world of indeterminism. Not that we want to be in that world exactly, but it shows that when you fork off a fiber like this, and don't do this one, the output over here is indeterminate, meaning that it can happen in this order or this order right here. One other thing I have in the code over here is a little bit of a diagram. Okay, I finally got both of these to fit at the same time. So this down here is supposed to be a little bit of a visual or semi-visual look at this code right here. So what I'm doing over here in the first line of the for expression, I'm printing hello and forking that off at the same time. So you look down here and we see the code starts. Then I fork that line off. It runs on another forked fiber over here, and it will start running as soon as it can. Meanwhile, we come back to the main fiber, and the next thing to do over here is print world. So it prints world. And the diagram shows in theory that hello is printed after world. But as you saw over here, there is no guarantee of that. So I might have been better to put the hello up here somewhere instead. But anyway, after this fiber prints hello, it comes to an end. And that's part of the fiber life cycle I talked about earlier. Then coming back to the main thread, after it prints world, it also comes to an end. So hopefully that's a little bit of a visual look here at how this code works here.